Hey there, all you property preservation maniacs. It's Chuck Taylor with the Taylor Shop coming at you again with another vlog. Hope everybody's doing good out there. I know it's been a few extra weeks since the last vlog, but it's been really busy around here. And hey, it's winterization time. Everybody's favorite time of the year, especially us up in the Midwest here, where it gets remarkably freezing relatively quick and stays that way generally till April. So yeah, winterization, winterization time, fall time, winter time, what does that mean? That means shorter days, less time to get property preservation work done, which means you need to be more efficient and more accurate and, a little bit more organized. So what does that mean exactly? What's, so you're probably saying, yeah, tell me something I don't already know, Chuck. But you know what? You'd be surprised, and I say that a lot. But but because we've been doing this now, rounding 10 years, and we've seen a lot of, what contractors, pitfalls contractors fall into, and things they do, things they do wrong, things they can do right. So we get a really good perspective and can provide a lot of valuable information, to see that you're maximizing your time in the field. It's not just because it's winter time, but it's just in general, maximizing your time. The more efficient and organized you can be, the more you're going to get done, the more work orders you're going to be able to complete, and you're going to, your clients are going to be happy. You're going to get the stuff in. It's going to be correct. You're going to get more work, and you're just going to make lots of money, and be happy because you have lots of money. Lots of stress, but you'll have lots of money too. So okay, so I wrote down some points here that I wanted to just go over. Some of it again might seem pretty mundane or pretty basic, but this is good, valid points that you should really take into consideration. So because the days are getting shorter, you need to start your day at sunrise. You really need to be ready to go and get out on the road. Your crews, make sure your crews, your subs, your in-house guys, whatever it is, make sure they're getting out as soon as sunrise hits, because once it's the sun's up, you can start taking photos, and it's going to be the days are going to be getting shorter, so the days of starting at 10 o'clock and rolling out at that time, them days are over. I mean, it's going to be getting dark around 5-6 o'clock here relatively soon, and that's you're losing a good probably a good 3 to 4 hours a day in field time. So getting out early is critical. You got to get out early. You got to get started early. And you might find in some cases the sooner you start, the sooner you get done. Now, when I was in the field, my butt was up and ready to go. I mean, I was still driving to the first property when it was still dark out. I timed it out and would get there roughly when it's it's got enough light to take photos. I wanted to maximize my day, and if I was able to get done early, hey, that's an extra bonus. So with that, having your truck stocked, have your truck stocked and ready to go. Don't waste daylight, getting your truck stocked up and ready to go, because you could do that the night before. Home Depot and stuff, man, they're open till like 9 o'clock. So, on your way home or whatever, if you have to stock up, do that prior to the next working day, because you don't want to waste valuable daylight time, going to the depot, going to Lowe's, getting your equipment and all this stuff, and making sure, get your batteries charged up for your cordless drills and whatever you have, get your, generators fueled up and all that stuff. Get all that done the night before. So you can just hop in the truck, have your stack of work orders, hop in your truck and go. And the next thing is obviously, have your work orders printed out the night before. You're going to be getting work orders, all the time. Have them printed out. Do that at, have your next day already sort of mapped out, or at least get your orders distributed, or distributed. Does that sound right? Distributed. That's correct. Get your orders distributed the night before if you can. So you're not wasting again daylight. Organizing something like that. You can do that at night. You don't need sunlight to do that. So get that stuff sent out. Of course, you're going to be getting work orders throughout the day and stuff like that, and you want to send those out as well. But definitely utilize those evening hours to send work orders out. If you don't, and mind you, that's being, if you should already have people, doing order entry or order distribution. But if you're a smaller guy, or if you're, whatever your situation is, make sure you're doing that stuff at night. Get a system in place. I've said it a million times. You got to have a system. You got to be systematic when you're doing this type of stuff, because again, especially going into the fall and winter hours, because you're just losing a lot of daylight. And this next point is really goes without saying, but get your orders done before the due date. Get them in the field as soon as you receive them. And I don't mean wait till the following day. I mean, if it's noon and you got a work order, get it to your crew, whichever crew it is, as soon as possible, because you never know. He might be in that area. Don't wait till to bulk that in with the next day's work or something like that. Get that order in that contractor's hand as soon as possible. There really shouldn't be much lag from you receiving the order to the order being sent to whomever is getting it, whether it's an in-house crew or a sub or whatever. And the main thing is listen, we see this a lot. Guys have to return to properties because they didn't do all the work right the first time. And one of the things the tailor shop does is we catch a tremendous amount of mistakes and errors, and we get them back to the contractor so he can get back out in the field and get that stuff corrected. So if you're getting the job done prior to the due date, and your guy misses something or has to go back, you got a little bit of buffer time. You might have a day, maybe 2 days would be stretching it, but you might have at least a day, and that's all you need to get back and get the photos or information and get it sent back to us. And that order's not late, and guess what? It's being submitted to your client 100% correct. As opposed to missing an allowable, leaving money on the table and then saying, nah, just go ahead and bid it. We're not going to do that. We're going to tell you, look, you have an allowable, go back and get the work done, because if you come on, let's be realistic. If you submit a bid for work that you hadn't allowable for, number one, you look inept, you look stupid. Number two, you're leaving money on the table, and number three, your client is not gonna trust your work. They're giving you money, spend it, use it. If they're saying you could do this work for this allowable and it can be done within the allowable, 100% get it done. Don't place a bid because you simply forgot, or your crew forgot, or whatever. Just get it done. And if that means going back, the way I look at it is this. I'd rather, in my opinion, when I was in the field, and if I was still in the field, I'd rather an order be a day late and 100% correct and perfect than have it be in on time and be incorrect. Because guess what? They're probably going to send you back anyways, or hold the order open, and then it's late. It's really counted late anyways. So you might as well at least get it done correctly. Because you know what? If you're looking at scores and stuff like that, I guarantee you that if your client is getting on you about scores, maybe you have your on time score is not so is below their average or whatever. Well, then you tell them, well, look at my reopen. Look, what's my reopen score? And when they say that's less than 2% or something, or 1% or whatever, then you say, well, that's why, because we're making sure these orders are done correctly. I think sacrificing a day, I say get them done on time if you can. But listen, I understand. I'm realistic. I know how it is out in the field. If you can't get it done, on time, but it's correct, I think that's the most important thing. Because let's be realistic, in the sense that you get an order and it's 2-day turnaround. Well, your client has more than 2 days. I'm gonna break that. I'm gonna crack that wide open right here. When you get a work order from one of your servicers and it's a 2-day turnaround, I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't have 2 days to get that job done. They're giving you 2 days because they're giving themselves in most cases a 3 to 5 day buffer because they anticipated probably being late. So it's not to say that you shouldn't expedite that order. I'm just saying it's better. rest assured, if your order is a day late but 100% correct, it's going to be better, because it's not going to be sent back. You'll cause more delays, and they can update the order to their client, and everybody's happy. Just trust me on this. So, there's just a few points there about, we're coming into wintertime, maximize your time, and of course, how can a tailor shop help? I always try to, obviously, push the angle of how we can help you achieve a lot of these, these issues, these bullet points. And, my biggest thing right now, and we're pushing it hardcore, is real-time processing. And if you don't know what that means getting the orders to be processed in real time, not waiting till you get home and sending them over at midnight so they can be processed the following day or whatever. I mean, you do a work order at 1 p.m. and it's done at 1:30, we should receive it by quarter till. I mean, you should be getting it to us, alerting us. If you're using, let's say, Safeguard, they have photo direct, so your photos are being sent into the order. We just need your PCR. You get it to us immediately. We get working on it immediately, and that's got tremendous benefits, because if there is an issue, we can get the order back to you out in the field, and you could, ostensibly get the the issue corrected, get the additional information, get it back to us, and we can get it closed out that same day. Now that's ideal. Does it always work that way? No, of course not. I mean, there's no perfect scenario in property preservation. But we're really pushing the real time. There's really, at this point in this day and age, and with technology, there's no reason whatsoever for you not to submit orders in real time. If you tell me you're in an area that doesn't have, you coverage an area that doesn't have good Wi-Fi, I'm gonna tell you get an air card, get something on your laptop, whatever, and do that. In this day and age, with our PCRs, the way we've designed them, all you need is a cell phone. So if you got a cell phone, you got 4G most likely. Doesn't matter where you're at, and you might be in an area where it's you don't have good reception, but I can guarantee you'll be somewhere relatively quick that does. So there's no real good excuse for that. And then trust me, your clients don't want to hear it. We want to work with you to make sure that you're being as efficient as possible, as accurate as possible, and as organized as possible. I mean, you can go to our website, which, by the way, is, I'm sure you already know, especially if you're watching this video, is www.thetailorshop.com, and you'll see a plethora of information about our services and everything else. But look at right on the front page. It says assessment, change, and growth. I mean, we provide assessment. We want to incorporate change, and that's when you see the growth. You see, you can see growth in your volume. You most certainly will see profitable growth. And come on, who doesn't like profitable growth? I know. Some of you out there you're not out there doing this for money. I understand. You're out in these, dank-ass foreclosed properties for the prestige, for the pats on the back, the attaboys. You're not really doing it for the money. Those people aside, some of us are out here doing it because we have bills to pay. So, if you're one of those guys, right, you're going to see more profitable growth. And I'm just being silly there. I know we all work hard in this industry, because there's no way really not to survive in this industry and not be working hard. You're gonna have to work hard, especially in this industry. So, and especially now, like I said, the days are getting shorter. It's getting tougher. Winterizations and winterizations, those are pretty basic. I don't have much to talk about with winterizations that you guys don't already know. But this is more about the fact that the days are getting shorter. You need to be organized. You need to be efficient, and you need to be as accurate as possible. Get your orders done correctly. Get them into your clients. They'll be happy. They'll send you more work, and you'll make more money. Again, unless you're some of those guys out there are just doing it for the prestige, just for the the pats on the back and stuff like that. And the tailor shop is here. We're in January 2016. We're going to be hitting our 10-year mark. of processing work orders successfully with the highest reputation, the most regarded property preservation processing company. Say that 5 times fast. Property preservation processing company in this industry. So trust in us, and we trust in you. Again, if you're looking for, the premier, the number one company to help you get organized, get efficient, obtain profitable growth, look no further than the Taylor Shop. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, comments, or concern, please, leave them below, or you can give us a call. We have an 800 number. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I want you to go to our website and find it and give us a call and see if we can't help you fix some of your issues and help you achieve the goals you're looking to achieve. So anyway, again, happy fall, happy winterization season. Thanks. Have a great Halloween. If I don't put another video out by then, I'm sure I will. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.